Alright everybody, we're back again, ready to run some Rainbow Cup matches against my good buddy, HoraceHogan. He's ranked 244th in the world according to the Sylph Arena, and let's see how we're going to do against him. Now, you're going to see some question marks right here in the lineups. We're going to get to why those are question marks in just a little bit, so let's go ahead, jump right in, and see how it goes. Alright, so getting into game one, I'm going to lead off with my Legacy Mudshot Poliwrath. He's dropping in his Legacy Confusion Executor, and that's a bad boat for us. The Confusion takes a lot of chunk of health right out of Poliwrath, so we get into our Ninetales. He of course is going to switch right out of his Executor because he doesn't want the fire damage coming from Ninetales, and that leaves us kind of locked against Azumarill right now. Our only option is to keep spamming Psyshock until we can eventually get out of there, which probably means the expiration of our good buddy Ninetales. So now look, we're getting 2 Psyshocks off on this Azumarill. We've gotten its health down to less than 50%, but what have we really done here? We've charged his Azumarill up. That's what we've done. We have loaded up the cannon for him. Clearly, not only do I enjoy loading up his cannons with free energy, I also like switching into a bad matchup. I really should have gone into the Venusaur right there, but yet here I am with my Poliwrath trying to get work done against his shiny Kinder Egg looking dude over there. But here we go. I'm going to switch into the Venusaur like I should have done a while ago, start getting that energy up, trying to get a Frenzy Plant. And look, I have to use my second shield. If I had done this beforehand, I would have been in a lot better situation, and I would have been able to maybe kill that Azumarill before, once again, bad matchup. Here comes that Legacy Confusion user. I'm stuck with my Venusaur. I try to get this Sludge Bomb off, right? But it's not going to work. Hogan's got a shield waiting for us, and man, he is just giving me a bad day right off the start. Venusaur goes down, and look, we're right back where we started. Legacy Confusion Executor versus Legacy Mudshot Poliwrath. And we already know that Seed Bomb is going to delete most of our health. His Confusion is going to take the rest of it. And that finishes off game one. Good game, brother. Well, I figure by now you may have guessed why that question mark is in the box. We didn't make it to his third Pokemon. We made some bad mistakes. We didn't shield when we should have. We didn't switch when we should have. It doesn't really look like we'll probably learn from those mistakes, does it, since we're going into game 2 with another question mark. But let's see what we can bang out against him. So I'm going to end up leading off with our girl Meg right here. I'm going to get some testing in with her, my Lantern, and my Omastar again. But look, that's a kind of a bad leadoff. I have no coverage for Venusaur. Venusaur just wrecks my day. And he's going to lead off with that Poison Fang Legacy Venomoth that is double resist to Armaganium. So I should switch, right? I should do that. But I don't. I'm going to end up burning both of my shields because I don't make that switch when I should. So let's take a watch of what's going to happen here, and then we'll be back to discuss how we could have done it a little better. Alright, here we go, a respectable switch. Something I should have done a while ago. That water gun is going to eat up Venomoth's health. He's going to get a charge move off on me, but look, Poison Fang doesn't hurt Lantern that bad. So he's going to switch out, of course, into Venusaur. We get the Thunderbolt off. You know, Venusaur resists, but, I mean, look how much it does. That's actually pretty good for a resisting Pokemon, right? But we're switch locked. We can't get out of there. And here comes that Frenzy Plant. So, goodbye, Lantern. So, back into Meganium. At least she's got some energy saved up to throw a Frenzy Plant. Try to bait that shield out of him. Double H is pretty stingy with his shields. But he does use it. Finally at 0-0 on both of us. But here comes a Sludge Bomb. It's not ending well for Meg. And if you thought it was getting better for me, it is only going downhill from there. Here comes Omastar. He is double weak to grass. Another Frenzy Plant is going down. If we could have got to a Rock Slide, maybe we could have got something working here. At least saw his third Pokemon, but we didn't. He throws another bomb on us. Good game for Hogan again. Now hindsight is 20/20, right? But at least you can see we learned from one mistake. We are not going into Game 3 without being prepared for Venusaur. So our boy Charizard's coming in, and let's see what we can get done. You know, it would be really cool to get one lead against Hogan, but not happening. So I should probably switch a little sooner here, but I'm thinking, you know, I got a shield to burn at least on Charizard. I know that he can get some good work done, and I'm going to see if I can bait that shield with Dragon Claw. Blast Burn would utterly annihilate it if he doesn't shield, but he's going to shield because Dragon Claw hurts too, and we get that bait. Now folks, I have gone and done it again. He is still on his lead Pokemon, and I am out of shields. Once again, I have put him into an advantageous spot. I could have switched right into Venusaur, but I didn't. So I am at 0 shields. He's got the advantage over me. And Thunder Punch, what does it do? Of course it kills Charizard. In comes Lapras. What am I doing? But one good thing here. He uses Brick Break. Brick Break is super effective, but it doesn't have the stab damage Thunder Punch would have given him. So Thunder Punch would have done more damage. I'm able to get a little more energy gains because of it. And let's see how this is going to work out. Now what happens next is pretty important. Because we got that extra energy, here comes the Legacy Ice Beam. Lapras Raid Day gave us Ice Shard Ice Beam. It one-shots Venusaur. Why? Because of the stab damage. You're going to see an Ice Beam later in the match that doesn't kill a Pokemon because it doesn't have the stab. And here we are with Venomoth. Venomoth gets a charge move off, but Poison Fang doesn't kill it. We've got 1 HP, and here comes the Ice Beam Kamehameha to Venomoth. Now there we go. That couldn't have worked out any better for us. Legacy Lapras was able to shoot off those Ice Beams, get us some great damage in, and bring us back from an almost lost scenario. Bringing that Lapras in when I did was a pretty big gamble, and honestly maybe not the right choice. And yet, it worked out for us. So it got us our first win over HoraceHogan. We took match 3. Let's go ahead and get into match 4. The final match. Are we going to be able to tie it up and bring this series to 2-2? Or are we going down? Let's find out. Alright, here we go. I'm feeling pretty good going into our last game. I drop in my Lapras. And come on, man. I can't get a lead, not one game. Raichu, back at it again. Now I switch here. Should have switched to Venusaur. That would have been a really smart move. I switched into Charizard. And thus it begins. There's the first Thunder Punch. There's my first shield. He's going to get to that second Thunder Punch because of his Legacy Thunder Shock so much faster than I'm going to get to my Dragon Claw that here he is, 2 charge moves in. I'm down 2 shields now, and I'm just now getting my first charge move off against him. We're in a really bad spot. We're pretty lucky actually that he shields there and just doesn't sacrifice the Raichu, but we're switch locked, and there's the Kinder Egg. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Biggie, why did you Blast Burn there? It's a water Pokemon. Well, he's also a fairy, so he resists our Dragon Claw, so we gotta go for some kind of damage, and Blast Burn hits really hard even on resistant Pokemon. There goes our Charizard to that Ice Beam. Here comes the Venusaur. Something we're finally doing right. I hope you remember when I told you earlier that we were going to see a Pokemon take an Ice Beam to the face and not die to it, because look, Azumarill doesn't have the stab. So we're able to get off a Frenzy Plant. That'd be really good if our boy didn't have a shield left. So that's not working out for us. And our position in this game all leads back to our bad switch with Charizard. Had we not made that switch, Had we gone into Venusaur earlier where we could have resisted his Raichu, maybe we could have turned this game around. But Lapras is coming out. He's going to start firing off Ice Beams. Going to get in a lot of work for us, actually. But 3 Pokemon is just too much to overcome for old Lapras. Just look how close we are to pulling off a miracle with an Ice Beam. But we don't have enough energy. The Frenzy Plant's coming in first. And that's going to be a good game for HoraceHogan. He shows us why he's one of the toughest in the area and one of the best in the world. He takes 3 of the 4 games and seals that match. Thank you again, man, just for sitting down and taking the time with me to do these matches, talking with me about what we did and what we could have done better. I had a really great time doing it, and I look forward to doing more with you soon. I also want everyone to know that if you want to come battle us, come to our Rainbow Cup tournament. It's going to be on June 22nd. I'm going to drop all the details in the description below so you can join our Discord server, DeSoto County Raids, and you'll be able to get all the information you need to see us in the field and go to battle. Hit the like, smash the subscribe, and we'll see you next time.